Greetings, Elder Blacklight. Now they're talking about a food shortage. Now a lot of people didn't think it was going to go down this quick. They knew it was coming. They didn't know how it was going to come. And they didn't think it was going to go down this quick. And one war tactic they're using that I never would thought they would use is germ warfare or biological warfare. And it makes sense because they could keep their buildings and their cities intact. They don't have to bomb the cities or nothing. They can get rid of who they want to in sections. Because they can place the virus in any part of the city. They can have it in a container and unleash it in a supermarket or unleash it because you never know who got it. Now if they got a virus that they made in the laboratory, they got a serum for it or a antidote for that vaccine. You know this. And another big reason you can tell that it's been placed in section is the military. You haven't heard of the military getting it. Now here in Detroit, the police chief Greg got it. And so they got a white police that's taking command. He's second in command. And Detroit, is one of the first cities that got hit hard. And that was suspicious to me how Detroit got hit. But Detroit is under quarantine, and it's 85% black. Now these young brothers here, they don't know. They ain't never been through any kind of situation like this before. But I have, similar to this, in the 60s. We had 50s, 60s, the plants was laying off and things was scarce, food was scarce, but now they claiming the food shortage. Now we're going to go see what they saying on the news about it. Then we might, if we have time, come back and holler at you.
Supermarkets today, loo roll and dried foods harder to find in some places.
Even in the driving rain, Venezuelans started their day in search of food. Not today. The only stores with affordable food are shut.
To put it bluntly, folks, you are living through the worst food crisis this world has ever seen with 8 billion people. It is time to wake up.
Food insecurity because it's affecting both the supply and the demand. The food value chain needs to be kept alive to be able to have food available.
The immediate impact of not having workers is also a real threat. In Europe, they've been calling for, an army a land army to come out and basically help grow the fields. You don't have seasonal workers. I know in the U.S., we recently lifted bans on seasonal workers from Mexico to help with agricultural production. Again, these are temporary solutions, and they're probably not going to make that big of a difference. China's had bans lifted. They've done all sorts of things to try and get people back out into the fields, and it really hasn't worked. They've even put propaganda out there saying, oh, we're doing fine, but then the truth is...
The prices during the past year, we moved toward about $50 million in income.
Now see, y'all gonna wish, you know, y'all had this going on today. You know, it ain't too late. But see, this is unity right here. This is real black unity and black love in effect. And it was preserved on this video for you to take notice of. It said, do something for self. Do something for self. You see what I'm saying? And we can get it back again if you weren't so hard-headed. You know, we ain't got to suffer because you refuse to come together in unity. You know, you're going to have to come together if you want to survive this. And you're going to have to be righteous, though. You know, you're going to have to be righteous towards each other, towards yourself, towards your family. And these are all the businesses right here that the Nation of Islam had at one time.
The new sales and office building on 78th Street. The Guarantee Bank and Trust Company.
Banks.
Progressive Land Developer. Good Foods Incorporated, which is meat.
That little fella probably grown. Probably damn near old man by now. Black love at its finest.
Land Packers, a national trucking system.
See, with them trucks,
Department of Gary, Indiana. Muhammad Speaks newspaper plant, which is a cold storage and warehouse. Over 200 apartment units, not to speak of the single family dwellings that he has put his followers in. Farms in Michigan, farms in Georgia, farms in Alabama.
stop it right there on them farms, y'all. Now it's by now you should know who is on your side, who is got your back, and who don't have your back. That's coming on YouTube. If they ask for your money, don't give it to them. Don't give nobody your money. If you get a hold of some money, you better hold on to it. I wouldn't pay no bills. After hearing that it's no food, or that there's going to be a food shortage, there's going to be a money shortage, I hold on to that dollar. You know, I mean, you got to buy food, but you better buy some seeds. You better buy some seeds. And if you live in an apartment building, you know, they got flower pots. You could grow something in there. You know. And there's brothers and sisters that got farms. You see, they're trying to keep us apart from each other. Scared to touch each other. But, you know, they still do business. They ain't stopped going up at the White House doing business with each other. You know. I bet you if we turn on CNN right now, let's see if if they in the Congress wearing. Let's go and see if they wear masks.
It was great acting.
See how they doing? They getting business done. They not letting the coronavirus stop them from getting paid or getting money.
That's a big show.
finding a way to do it.
I was young.
See, if y'all keep watching stuff like this, y'all keep watching that, y'all never come out that dream. Let's go to CNN, see how the Congress is rolling.
But I think it'll be different because it's in British accents.
10% are now meaningfully less. We need to keep it that way. We need.
See, they still rolling. They still ain't stopped rolling.
Fewer people get infected. Fewer people in hospitals. Fewer people in intensive care. Fewer people needing ventilators. And please God, fewer people who pass. And as we continue to do that, Judy and Christina and Pat and all of their colleagues are building out that capacity of beds, healthcare workers, ventilators, medicines, personal protective equipment, again, so that those two lines cross at a reasonable level and at a reasonable date.
Reason that he shouldn't make a full recovery.
Well, they still doing their soap operas.
But the overnight staff has been briefed, so I don't see any reason that I really need to stay.
Fast with Vicks Sinex.
The congestion's gone.
Still doing commercials.
I can breathe again!
The world keeps going around.
I can breathe again! Oh.
Vicks Sinex. Breathe on.
What makes a sauce ragu? Is it our 80-year heritage? Or is it the fresh taste born of farm-grown ingredients? Actually, it's both. Only then do you get...
She says she rented a house from the intimidating defendants who threatened her and eventually evicted her. She had to hire a lawyer because what the defendants did was illegal.
We've been growing tomatoes here for 5 years, and we learned a number of things along the way to get better production. I'm going to share them with you. I'm going to give you 3 hacks for growing tomato plants that look like this. It's important to note that there are 2 different types of tomatoes. Determinate tomatoes are bushier. They tend to not be as tall.
Video, you're going to learn how to grow massive quantities of bush beans in a small amount of space. Our family loves green beans. There's nothing better than that fresh taste and crisp crunch of a garden fresh bean. And over the years, we've grown more and more beans, and I've learned several tips along the way that I'm going to share with you so you can be successful in your garden. It all starts with selecting the right bean. I found...
Every day we throw heaps of leftovers and scraps out which could actually be used to regrow fruits.
Right, chicken systems that not only give you delicious eggs and meat, they give you compost, they improve the parts of your pasture, they till